Okay, boys and girls, welcome back. Redmissed in the house once again. How you doing? I hope everyone's doing great. I'm doing great. And we, my friends, are playing some more Magic Legion. Now, I am going to show you a nice little tip deck that I really enjoy. I'm going to show you the setup of the deck first. And then I'm going to show you it in action. Now, if I go to my heroes, this is the particular deck that I'm using. I do have a few other heroes, and I am running 3 different accounts at the moment. But this is my most favourite deck setup, so I'm going to show you this one. Now, this is what I term as a perma-lockdown deck, because we've got the damage dealer, and then we've got 3 lockdown heroes. Now, what I mean by lockdown heroes is these 2 are the key to the whole entire thing. Now, I'm going to show you this guy first because he goes in the front line. Little bit dangerous because his stats for being front line isn't that great. He can receive quite a lot of damage, but if you can keep him alive, that is the key to the whole game. Keeping these 2 alive is your main priority. So, he will give 50 points of rage, and once his rage bar is built up, he will give an extra 50% attack speed for 8 seconds. That skill is the increased attack speed. That skill is the main skill you need. Okay, now, or second main skill you need, I should say. Now, this girl goes and gives the witch. She gives 25% of rage, or 25 points of rage. So that's every single time that them 2 attack. That's an extra 70 points of rage. That's 3/4 of your bar, guys. That they're gonna build up. Okay. And then her secondary skill on her rage bar, she gives 4 second stun. Now, that's the. To be honest, that skill and that skill are your 2 main skills, because he's going to make everyone attack faster, and then she's going to be able, because she's attacking faster, she can pretty much always keep that 4 second stun on your opponents. That's why it's a perma lockdown. Now, for a little bit of bonus lockdown, I like to go for the Dragon Princess, but you don't need to go for the Dragon Princess. You can have anyone you like. But I like her in combination with Arno, just because of this. So she's going to deal 140 damage with a 40% chance to freeze your enemy in 2 seconds, with a 25% extra damage to any frozen troops. So if she manages to freeze anyone in the front line, she's going to be able to make Arno do 25% extra damage on top of his insane amount of damage anyway. But her second skill, and this is why it's a perma lockdown deck, is because every time her rage bar is completely full, she gives 100% chance to give a 3-second freeze. Again, letting any damage done to the targets receive an extra 25% damage. Now, the reason why this deck works so well is because Arno, when he builds his rage bar up, it never gets used. So you never have to, he's never going to take the rage away from these troops here. Because his bar stays full. When he's got more rage, he does more damage. If he's got a completely full rage bar, he's going to do a maximum of 2,500% damage. If the enemy troop is frozen, that's going to increase by a further 25% because of this girl right here. So the damage can go through the roof. But because his bar never goes down, the only 3 that are ever going to be receiving rage are these 3 right here. Now, this guy here, he goes ahead and increases the damage of the troop with the lowest amount of rage. She just goes ahead and restores everyone's rage. So because she increases rage pretty quickly, this guy's spell will pretty much rage this witch every single time. So you can keep that 4-second stun all the time. Okay, and then you want to go ahead and arrange your skills so that you can set up quite nicely. So I've gone for a heal skill, a few damage skills, but the most important skills that you're going to need is this one right here, the ice ball. you're going to need the Thunderfall, you're also going to need the Ice Thorn, and most importantly, you're going to need Piggin. The other spells are completely optional, you can go for whatever you want, but they're the damage control spells. So I'm not going to go to the final area because obviously that is a really hard area for me. I've kind of reached the peak of the team. I kind of need to get more power, level things up quite nicely. But if I go right here, I can show you against the Arena 4 boss just how easily I can shut things down. Now the key is keeping your two front guys alive. So straight off the bat, I want to go turn this guy into a pig. Now that's going to keep my two front guys alive, and then I'm going to hit my heal skill, and now this guy can't ever attack me again. The reason being is because they're going to attack quick enough that now, watch this guys, the two girls at the back, the Dragon Princess and the Witch, are going to permanently lock this guy down. So as you can see here, look, I'm going to send in my freeze spell just to stop that dragon from attacking once, and that's going to give me enough time that now either the Dragon Princess is always going to have her rage spell number 2, which if you remember rightly is a 100% chance to freeze for 3 seconds, or my Witch is going to always have her rage skill number 2, which for 4 seconds is a stun for 4 seconds. So this guy is never ever ever gonna move in this battle again, and I'm perfectly safe and I cannot even be killed. And as you can see, I shut that down with 4 spells. I didn't even need any of the other spells in the team because of how effective the lockdown is. Now that's not to say that the team is effective in every single battle, because you need to change your spells around, you need to do stuff and things to be able to affect. Now, if you look at here, the exact same deck against the battle beforehand, because there's more troops, it becomes a lot harder. Excuse me. It becomes a lot harder. Now, if you look here, I'm going to have to hit my heal skill first, just to be able to keep people alive. But, if you look, we're taking a lot of damage over here. She's not locking people down yet. I'm going to have to hit my stun skill over here. I've lost my damage dealer. Now that is a big problem that I've just lost my damage dealer, because he would have wrecked everybody's face. So now I've only got perma lockdown on the front troops because of obviously the back troops aren't being permanently locked down. So I'm going to have to set up troops over on the back here, to like free spells on the back to be able to do some stuff. But as you can see, the Witch is still coming through for me and locking down the troops in the back. So even though I've lost my healer, I've lost Arnie, who is a huge amount of damage going on in the back there, I'm still able to lock the team down, and I'm still able to go ahead and do a ton of damage. And now we're on to the main guy. He can't do anything because obviously the ice Dragon Princess and the Witch is just going to go ahead and permanently lock him down. So we're just going to freeze him up here and do a good amount of damage. Now the only downside to when you use the pig is when he comes out of pig form, if your rage spells aren't up, he can get an attack off. As you can see there, he was almost about to attack, but then we locked him down again, and now he's going to go back to being permanently locked down. But if you look at the difference, to be able to fight that team, because I lost my huge damage dealer at the front, we kind of suffered, and we have to use every single skill, but we're able to win the match. Now, that is a really big key to this deck, is having that guy alive. You don't want to put him into the back, because if you put him into the back and you lose one of the other troops, you're going to lose a ton of control ability. I would say if you're going to do anything, the only thing you could really do would be to literally put him in the back and put the Dragon Princess in the front. Because if you lose the Dragon Princess, it's not a huge like a huge thing. But if you lose either of these two, like if you went and done that, you lose your whole entire lockdown setup. But I find that this is the best possible option, because 9 times out of 10 you can actually keep Arno alive, and it's a good thing. Now, the other thing that I want to show you guys is, because of the if I don't know if you actually know, but when you get to level 4, you have a tower that you can climb up 50 levels. Now, for those of you that are at this level, you obviously know about this tower, and it can be quite tricky sometimes. But with this exact deck, I took out the dragon. I got the level 50, and I killed him. I claimed all of the rewards, as you can see here, and it was all by using this exact deck. So if you are having a hard time trying to climb up that ladder, then you use this deck. Change your skills round, because obviously it's not always effective to use the same combination of skills in the same order. You need to go ahead and change things up, but these are the only skills I've ever bought, and I honestly don't see the need to buy any other ones right now. There's a couple that I will go and buy once I have the runes or the currency in game to be able to go and do that, and that's pretty much all in the ancient magic. I want to go and buy the weakened, and I think it's acid fog, I think it was. Yeah, I think it was the acid fog. I can't quite remember, but there's a couple of things there, and then obviously just keep buffing up your stuff. So you must check out this deck, guys, if you're struggling. But until next time, please leave a like on the video, hit that subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I shall see you in the next one. Peace on the streets.